Hello and welcome to the AFL Autoblendz 3D car creation channel. This is a channel update, just a short update to tell you what I propose to do other than the projects I'm doing at the moment. Currently working on two follow-alongs, following Rod Halligan doing the Ferrari 250 GTO and also the Alpha 2900B Spider. So they're what I'm doing follow-alongs. I'm also doing two of my own, a Gordon Bennett race 1905 race car, which I'm hoping to do every day or every other couple of days. Also doing a 1950 Jouett Jupiter. Put that on hold a little while because of various issues with blueprints and YouTube, etc. So I've got space to start a new project. So what I've chosen is this. I've chosen a P1800 Volvo. Many reasons for starting this car. I really like the car. And also it goes back to childhood really. I used to watch a TV program called The Saint, starring Roger Moore. As you are all aware, he then went on to play James Bond. So this was a long time ago in the 60s that, or the late 60s, I was watching this program. And the Volvo, I think it's the first Volvo that was ever created that looked sporty, or I think it made Volvo in some respects. Great company, but this car is, in my opinion, their best. So this is it. It's a superb car. Lots of that's a concept of it, which I might well do in the future. But this I'm going to start within the next week. So hopefully as a watch along, so tutorial stroke watch along, so hopefully you can follow along. And very American, isn't it, at the back. Some chunky bits on it, but also it's got some great lines. So this is what I'll be doing, and hopefully I'll follow that on with the with a version of the concept which is pretty much like this. Okay, so that's that. And then further down the line in the future this year, I'm going off track a little bit, and I want to build this in 3D. This is a Foden, this is a model of a Foden steam lorry. Now, early 90s to late 90s, I was my hobby was model engineering, and along with my stepfather, we built. You might have seen it on the channel. We built a Victoria mill engine. It's on my YouTube shorts section, which we built between 93 and 96, and then we started on this Foden, this C-type Foden steam lorry, which is basically it's 4.5 inch, so it's a bit above third scale, so it would have been essentially 9 foot long. So what I want to do is to create this, but you're probably also not aware that I mean, my early videos, if you look back at my early videos, there was a high level of indication that I liked, or I do like, excuse me, 3D modelling. in conjunction with radio controlled cars. Now, my aim when I started Blender was always to create something that I could 3D print and form into a remote radio controlled car, sort of 10th scale. But I got into Blender so much that I sort of neglected that part of the hobby. So what I want to do with this is, as I said, we started modelling it in '96. We completely built the front axles. We got the tube for the boiler, which is 10 3/4 inches diameter. We got that. We got the cylinder block casting, and loads of other bits and pieces. We got a back axle, and then we sort of trying to work out what differential we would use, because it was going to be a short wheelbase, but the pressure that's exerted on the back when you have pneumatic tyres and you race it on fields, that's where these steam rallies are, it puts a great amount of force on the back. So we were investigating different back axles, i.e. Differential out of a Suffolk Punch lawnmower. But then we got down to discovering that the old three-wheeler, Reliant Robin, as in, if you watch British TV, Only Fools and Horses, the back axle for that would have been absolutely ideal for this. Chopped down, it's easy to cut, and it would have been fantastic for this. But with pressures, I'd got young children, and my stepfather was selling his business and this and that the other. We parked it basically. We didn't carry on with it. I eventually sold all the bits that I'd created to my cousin, who is a lot younger than I am, and he's recently completed it. I haven't seen it yet, but he's recently completed it. But what I want to do now is not go back to my sort of engineering roots, but is to incorporate it into this hobby. So I'm going to build I'm going to build this and 3D print it. So the tutorial will be based on sort of modelling parts in Blender that you can 3D print, which obviously means there's got to be the material. You can't be just a plane like we normally use in Blender with a little reveal to make it look like it's got this thickness. We'll have to actually put thickness into every component. So that is further down the line, probably May time. I'm going to start this. So this is it. This is the Foden. There's various versions, a long wheelbase and whatever, but it packs a lot of punch. This thing. There's various different sorts as well. That's probably my least interesting one. I like the one in the middle there. As you can see, there's a small model. That's probably a 3-inch scale. There's a full-sized one with the old Steel Steam Beers logo on it. Fantastic. Heavy duty lorries before petrol engine lorries came out. This is similar to the size that I was building. That would have been a 4.5 scale. Each vehicle, that's very similar to what I was doing, but it wouldn't have had a bed that went. It would have stopped here. So that's an even smaller one, 2.5 inch scale by the looks of that. So yeah, that's you can even buy a Wilesco from. You can even buy one. A scaled one from Wilesco, which is similar to Mamod. There's the workings inside, all very detailed. But yeah, that's what I want to do in the future. So that's a little channel update to make you all aware of that. Thank you for watching. I will be doing a modelling updates soon on the models that I'm working on. So anyway, thanks for watching.